Hello, welcome to today's podcast. I'm your host, and today we got some interesting things to talk about. I think. Um, am I sorry? But my neck is like getting absolutely gobsmacked by this jumper. Um, Gobsmacked. I don't know. Hello. Sorry. Before I divert my attention to my laptop, let me divert my attention to you. Hello. Um, yeah. So I'm in bed today. Very cool. Very cool. The bed podcast is making its triumphant return, featuring tissues right here. It's toilet paper, but I don't believe in tissues. I'm gonna be so real with you. I don't believe in them. I think tissues suck. They always go like, oh, it's made with like eucalyptus and vitamin A because then it doesn't fuck you with your like nose skin. Because like my nose is like super raw at the moment. You might be able to notice. I look red. And yeah, but I find that it doesn't fucking matter what technique I use, the tissues, doesn't matter what material they're made out of. They could be made out of fucking like I don't even know, a cat fur or something. My nose would still get raw at the end of the day. And the most annoying thing about tissues is that, dude, tissues. Hold on, let me do my timestamp. We're already getting into it. Hold on. Uh, Tissues and explaining I'm sick. You have to grab at least two tissues, two whole ass tissues, if you want to not blow through it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what you guys are like, but I only blow hot, thick loads out of my nose. That's it. Hot, thick, sticky loads are coming out of my nose constantly. Well, when I'm like this, anyway. So I have to kind of go with like the stronger material, the XLs, the double XLs. Anyway. Hello, welcome back. This is the CUwK podcast. The W is silent. I don't know how you would say CUwK, but that's what I get for making a dumb podcast name, right? So anyway, explanation. Am I sick? I'm like hay feverish, I think. I think it's just hay fever. I don't think I'm sick necessarily, but I definitely feel like it in a way. Let me look up hay fever symptoms actually. I always get it this time of the year. I mean, you guys know. If you're around the stream last October, you know, hay fever symptoms. Okay, let's have a look at the hay fever symptoms. But it's spring here in Australia, so it checks out, to be honest. Hay fever, allergic rhinitis. Ooh, yeah. I had a really bad sleep last night, so I'm tired. And you know what happened yesterday? I had such a great weekend. It was like a 10 out of 10 weekend, right? And then yesterday, around the afternoon, I just kept sneezing and I was so tired that I felt like I could just go to sleep. And then what happened is I then went to bed at like 9:30. I went to bed at like 9 actually. But I started trying to sleep at 9:30. The phone will really get you, won't it? But it's like I was so tired all day. I felt like I was so close to falling asleep and then I actually get in bed ready to sleep and it's like, I can't sleep now. It's like I felt like I couldn't really breathe. It was awful. Oh, so that's why I'm in bed today. No makeup. It's obvious though. Who needs to point that out? To be honest, I don't really wear makeup all the time anyway. I think I've been wearing it a little bit more lately, but I mean, I've never really been like a makeup every day type of person, so you know, which I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. But there's always this kind of thing that happens with like women who or online where there's always like a thing where it's like, this is what she looks like without makeup. And it's like, yeah. Yeah. This is what I look like without a cat eye. I can't even call the eyeliner I've been doing lately a cat eye, so like, the eyeliner I've been doing lately has been so bad. But I blame my pen for that. So, yeah. Anyway, the girlies will understand. So, tissues and explaining I'm sick. Awesome. I've been talking about how I've got hay fever for 5 minutes. Um, let's see. Key facts. Let's look at the symptoms. Hay fever is an allergic response from your immune system that causes sneezing, runny nose, and watery, itchy eyes. I've got all those. Hay fever can be triggered by seasonal allergens like pollens and grass, or year-round triggers like dust mites and animal fur. I don't feel like I'm allergic to animal fur, because I have 4 cats, and I'm usually pretty good. Yeah, like, it's such a stark contrast because, like, I never feel this way until, like, October every single year so far. I think I started to really develop my hay fever symptoms when I think I turned like 23 or something. 22 or 23 is when it just came on. So that fucking sucks. Thanks, Dad. Thank you for giving me this gene, Dad. That even is your name. Okay, yeah, dust mites. Yeah, it does get pretty dusty in here, I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying my best to clean. I did a bunch of cleaning yesterday. And I have to do the dishes today. But it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. So, yeah. See a doctor if your hay fever symptoms are ongoing and affect your day-to-day living. Okay, I did actually have medication for it, but then I heard that apparently it's been somewhat linked to dementia. So then I stopped taking it. Well, I mean, I didn't stop taking it, I just more like kind of like, I think I threw it out, or God, it's such like a consumerism fear mongering thing, isn't it? Because I feel like I did look it up, and then I was like, oh, it seems like it's not really that conclusive. Yeah, God, I think it's somewhere in like my closet. But yeah, most people manage hay fever by avoiding allergens in their daily life. How the fuck do you avoid pollen in the air or grass fucking spores or whatever the fuck it is? How the fuck do you avoid that? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna live in a fucking bubble for the rest of my day. For like 3 months. That's pog. Ugh. 05. Hay fever symptoms. Don't care if I misspell that. Alright, and then with medicines such as antihistamines and nasal sprays. Okay, I'm very familiar with nasal sprays, and I'm going to give you the down low because I have a whole routine when I go on planes because I hate like the ear thingy, the ear sensations. Um, I get really bad ear pressure when I go on planes. I know everyone gets it and stuff, but it like really bothers me. I think it's like a, I'm not gonna lie, it. I want to say it, but I also feel like people get offended. But I feel like it's kind of like an autism thing. And I hope that's not controversial. I mean that in like a very sincere way. Because it's like this feeling of like there's something that's happening to me and it makes me feel like I can't do anything about it and it's just happening. And then the method for fixing it is also like super dangerous if you do it wrong. Like you have to hold onto your nose and you have to like breathe to like clear your fucking ears, and you can actually do harm to yourself if you do that wrong. That freaks me out. So, never fear. If anyone has the same problem as me, I have a whole, um, yeah, method. And what I used to do, I think I'll still do it, but you get a nasal spray because every single time before I started doing this method is, we'd land and my ears would not clear up, like, at all. Like, everyone's like, oh, they should naturally clear up, and then it'd be like an hour drive or something from the airport, or like I'd spend the rest of my day, I don't know, just living after the after being on the plane, whatever, you know what I mean. And I'd be like, hey guys, my ears haven't cleared up yet, and people would be like, huh, that's really weird, that should not be like that. I think I must have like undeveloped ears or something. I don't know. I have my ears, they like point out like really really weirdly. It was pointed out to me one time when I was streaming back on the cooking show, and I never looked at them the same way. So, yeah. But I mean, their ears. Who cares? What was I saying? Okay, 10 minutes. Fuck. So I'm like really trying to keep up with my thing. Airplane technique. So, what I do? Nasal spray. Nasal spray. Uh, anti Nurofen. Nurofen or Panadol, doesn't matter which one. Is that it? Oh. I thought it was a lot more extensive than that. Okay, so what I do is once we get on the plane, I take my ibuprofen or whatever, because I think it takes like 20 minutes to kick in or whatever, but then it should last you for the rest of the duration, I think. Ideally, it depends on like where you're flying and stuff. If I'm flying like locally and shit and it's like a few hours, it's fine. It's fine. And that's to help with the pain, because I do get painful sensations and stuff. So that's what that's for. If you don't get pain, then whatever. But the point of like the nasal spray is because your mucous membranes get all dry when you're on a plane, because it's all like recycled air. And this is what I learned from the pharmacist, because years ago when I got back from, I think, Sydney, yeah, my ears didn't clear up, and so I went to the pharmacist, and they were like, yeah, you just nasal spray, yo. Pretty pog. Pretty pog. I do the one in each nostril right before the plane starts taking off. So as the plane's like taking off, you're going, I think that's when I do the nasal spray. And then when the plane goes into descent mode, I think you do another nasal spray. You might have to check the directions of your nasal spray, but yeah, because you don't want to do it too early and you don't want to do it too late, I think. So, anyway, that's what I do for planes. But every single time I do it, I know that like the next day, my nose is gonna be stuffed. Because that's what it's like with nasal sprays. Nasal sprays are like, you're supposed to be very liberal with your usage of them, because you can get addicted to them, I think, and they can end up causing more problems down the long way. And so that's why, to circle it back to hay fever, that's why I don't use it when I get hay fever, because even if I use it for like one nostril and it just clears up one nostril so I can sleep, it's just going to end up causing more problems. Like, if I used it last night to get to sleep, today it would just be blocked. And that's sitting up, because there's also the thing where my nose is clear now because I'm like sitting upright and shit, but the moment I lie down in bed, it's going to be blocked again. So I could either have a blocked nose all day, or I could just have it when I'm trying to go to sleep. You choose. I'm choosing to not do it. I just don't like using it. I really don't. And it's not like I don't like the sensation of the feeling. It just feels like it just causes more worse than what it fixes. So that's why I'm not using it. But if it gets really bad and I get like so tired and I just want to sleep, maybe I will do it. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so what else do we have? Allergy testing can help potentially identify triggers in hay fever. Bro, I know why I get it. It's so obvious. It sucks. I have eczema, I have hay fever. Don't really have depression anymore, so that's pog. That's a W. Actually, I feel like last year I didn't really get hay fever. Wait, no, what am I saying? I was about to say, I didn't get my hay fever that bad last year when I was on my antidepressants. So like, I was thinking, oh my god, maybe antidepressants have like a secret hay fever tech. But no, I did have it pretty bad. I've just forgotten because it was a while. Okay, some other things: itchy or watery eyes, frequent sneezing, needing to breathe from your mouth, frequently needing to clear your throat, feeling like you have a cold that won't go away, snoring during sleep. I snore all the time anyway, apparently. Interrupted sleep, difficulty concentrating, headaches, facial pain, sore throats, reduced sense of smell, or frequent sinus infections or ear infections in children. I did have an ear infection recently, so I might still be a child. Oh my god. Guys, I'm so fucked right now. I'm so fucked. Okay, mold and fungal spores, air pollutants, latex. Oh. Well, I was gonna get into a fucking red catsuit, latex catsuit later, but I guess I'll put that on hold. Okay. When should I see my doctor? More persistent, meaning that you experience symptoms at least 4 days in a week for at least 4 weeks or more. Okay, maybe I should start tracking what days I have it because I think last week I had it for like 1 day. And then, well, I guess 2 days because you count Sunday, right? So we'll see. Wow, I didn't actually know that. Persistence. Huh? Okay, moderate to severe, meaning that your symptoms affect your sleep and daily activities such as school, sport, and leisure. Yep. Okay. It's like, who fucking needs a hay fever diagnosis? Like, who actually thinks that it's like that mysterious? It's like you either get it all year round, so then it's probably a fucking dust or cat or animal problem, or you get it at a specific time of the year in spring, which definitely means it's a latex allergy, guys. But I can see why it's useful for some people, just not for me. Okay, so we got hay fever can be treated 4 main ways depending on what you're allergic to and how severe. Minimize exposure. Can't do that. Nasal irrigation. Won't do that. Okay. Medicines. Immunotherapy. And then last but not least, gene therapy. I'm kidding. There's no gene therapy. What is immunotherapy? Hello? Oh, it just links to the same page? What? God, I hate that. Okay, immunotherapy. Allergen-specific immunotherapy, also known as desensitization, is a therapy designed to reduce the intensity of the body's reaction to an allergen. Oh, I can barely talk. That sounds bad. Immunotherapy works by gradually exposing someone to increasing doses of allergen extracts, either by injection or orally. Imagine you just get a bunch of grass and you just put it in your mouth. Ugh. This is a long-term treatment option that should only be started as a medical specialist. So it's just exposure therapy, I guess. Sweet. Okay, well, fucking sweet, bro. Thank you. That's it. That's the article. Okay. Who else feels like they're better uh, informed? Me. I'm sorry if I'm holding the mic too close to my mouth. I'm so sorry. I'm really not with it today. Yeah, I feel like I'm not going to be streaming today, unfortunately, because in between doing the podcast, we actually have to go to the hospital, in the afternoon. So usually when I finish the podcast, I have to start the stream at like 11:30, and I think we have to leave at like 12 or something. So, or it might be 12:30, I'm not sure. But yeah, we have to go to the hospital because Caleb's got to have some stuff happening. I'm not gonna air out what's going on with him because, obviously that's his personal stuff and shit. So I'm just gonna say we're going to the hospital for a scheduled test or something. Yeah. And we're just gonna see if like everything's okay. I think everything will be fine. Just it's just a lot, you know. Yeah. That's what happens when you get older, everybody. It's what happens. 20 we're at 20 minutes already. Oh my god. I haven't fucking done anything. Okay. Let's talk about ooh, I'm getting pain now. Ooh. Um so my weekend. You want to hear about my weekend? What was it? It was like Saturday. What happened Saturday? Friday. Let's see. Ooh, actually I remember now. Saturday we went to the optometrist and oh yeah, Caleb got his eyes assessed and he's gonna get glasses now. I already have glasses, but I do need to get my eyes rechecked because it's been a few years. But I haven't noticed any like changes in my vision really. I think it's still mostly the same. But I understand that you should get it checked and shit. So I should do that. They've got all this crazy technology now. Like they take photos of like your eyes and they can see the back of your eyes and see how healthy they are. I actually think I got that done now that I mention it. Wow. Because I was watching Kate because I they were so um I don't know. It's like I say, oh, they were so nice to let me in with the optometrist and stuff and see like the stuff that Caleb was getting done. But then I'm just thinking like there was tons of mothers or like parents with their kids, and it's like obviously they're going in together, so it's like for them to accommodate me, it's like I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I'm just like the girlfriend, and that's not really that important to like these kind of things. Like I think even today when we go to the hospital, I don't think they're gonna let me in with Caleb if that makes sense. So it's like I don't know. I have this weird feeling, even though like we're literally getting married in probably like fingers crossed 2026. Fingers crossed if we get bookings that we want. But it's like weird. I still feel like I'm just like the girlfriend. And that's not because of like anything Caleb's done. No, I just mean like these kind of institutions, I feel like they don't recognize things unless like you're legally done something about it. Oh god, my head. Anyway, so yeah, it was so wacky watching all the different tests that they do and yeah, it was pretty cool actually. Yeah. Anyway, so why was I talking about the optometrist again? Um Yeah, glasses, very cool, very smart. We're all gonna be fucking nerds. I actually like it because it means that when I wear my glasses, he can't make fun of me anymore. I can make fun of him now. Not that I would, but yeah, you know. Why was I talking about the optometrist? Can you please tell me why I was talking about this? Oh my god. This episode is so mid. I'm so sorry, guys. um, was I talking about eyes for some reason? I don't think so. Oh well, it's a mystery. So, anyway, um, oh right, I was talking about my weekend. Duh. Okay, so get this. Before we go to the optometrist, we went to Big W, and Big W is like I don't know if you guys have Big W, but if you're like American, it's probably kind of like Walmart. We love Big W. Big W is awesome sometimes. And you know, it's like a typical shopping shop, big shop where like they have a technology section, they have a kids section, they have clothing for like women, men, children. They have shoe section. They have a fucking car section. They have like cat food over there. And then they have like fucking some fake plants over there and then bean bags. I think I got my bean bag that I sat in my last episode from Big W. Very interesting lore. Very important to the story as well, actually. And so we went to Big W. Ooh. Okay, so we went to Big W and we went to the I went, "Oh my god, the beauty section." The beauty section was so weird because it was actually like it had its own security thing, because I think because all the items are so small, people just steal shit. So they had to make it its own section where it has its own cashier and security detectors. They're like tag detectors or whatever. And so I didn't end up going in there because it was too weird. Because as soon as you walk through the detector, it goes, "Welcome to the Big W makeup section." And then someone has to walk all the way over to the fucking cashier desk, and it's like, wow, this is terrible for my social anxiety. Awesome. Um, yeah, so I ended up buying a hair dryer. Yeah, this is the most exciting. One of the most exciting parts of my weekend is I bought a hair dryer. Now, I I have like I kind of have like long hair now. It doesn't feel that it's definitely not as long as it used to be. But it takes forever to dry, right? It takes forever to fucking dry. And so the hairdryer is going to be like a fucking life changer. I literally feel like I found the holy grail of like my life, because I'm not going to lie, sometimes the having to get the hair wet and wash it and then dry it and shit, that stuff was like low key demoralizing. Maybe not demoralizing, but it discouraged me from showering. Yeah, I'm putting it all out there today. And so now that I have the hairdryer, and oh yeah, and I also have like really bad dandruff problems. So if you ever zoom into my forehead or whatever, you'll probably notice I have the driest scalp on earth. It's officially drier than the Sahara because the Sahara flooded. Really awesome for our planet. I don't know, maybe it is. I don't think it is, but who knows. Yeah, so I got a hairdryer on Saturday. We went to the optometrist, and then we shared, I don't know, some food. Dude, it was so good. Hot honey chicken. Mm, love that. For breakfast, doesn't get any better than that. And then what else do we do? I don't know. I think that was Saturday. And then I played a shit ton of Baldur's Gate. And then Sunday, woke up, we went for a walk, and then we went, oh, we're missing like so many things. Like we need more toilet paper, we need more dishwashing liquid, dishwashing tabs, or so we thought. So we went, oh, let's go to Costco. And then I drove to Costco. It was awesome. Yeah, driving has been so good lately. I need to work on my hand positioning and stuff, but it's been really good lately. Um it's the first time I drove since I did that like big freeway drive, but I think since then it's become a lot more like I've done this, I can do this. So that's a W, I think, and I'll take that. Driving W. Um, my weekend. Sorry. Yeah, so I had a good time with that, and of course I had to try the Costco double chocolate chip cookie or something, which really just feels like they took two cookies and they slapped it on top and then cooked it. Ugh, I got a hair on my fucking nose. Okay. Ah, whatever. So that was good, and then, dude, it's so annoying. We like when we bought dishwasher tablets, it was like $22 for like, was it like 40 or 80? And then we found out that my roommate lied when they said we only had like 3 left, and there was a whole box of them. Even us after, oh, God, it's just so bad. Ah, so bad. Anyway, I mean, it's okay. At least now we're loaded with dishwashing tablets, but we didn't need to buy them. which kind of sucks. Oh, alright, what else? So we went to Costco, and then, I think we also went shopping for, like, lunch stuff, so I got some more fruit, which probably try to eat today. Yeah. We're kind of like Aldi pilled at the moment. We used to shop at Coles, then we went, Coles fucking sucks, let's try Woolworths. Big mistake. Woolworths also sucks. And I'm talking like price wise. Price wise, Woolworths sucks price wise, and then selection wise. Coles definitely has the best selection out of all supermarkets. But Aldi Aldi has a unique selection, let's just say that. A lot of off-brand, like, it's almost like parody stuff. Like, instead of tiny teddies, iconic, it's tiny tots. It's funny. But at least their selection is different, and there are quite a few things that you can get that are so cheap, so much cheaper. And so we've been appreciating that lately. It's just my only thing about Aldi is like the fruit is just kind of, I don't know. I think the times I've been going, they just haven't had that good of a selection. But yeah, I was eating like the blueberries, the Aldi blueberries, and I was just like, this just doesn't taste that good. So yeah, it's trying to mimic me eating a blueberry. Like, sorry. Um, what else? Oh yeah, apparently I've been making brownies too often, and now we're getting fat. Yeah, I've been so into making brownies. I think it's been so nice to bake and also like learn some different techniques with a really easy recipe. But I think I'm making it too often. And yeah. I love making brownies, but I've had sanctions put on me by Caleb and I can no longer make them. So, that's my life, I guess. Yeah, that was my weekend. I had a really good weekend. I did a lot yesterday. It was very productive, and I also did a lot in Baldur's Gate. So yeah, love that. All right. I did have an article I wanted to get into, but oh, there's this article I was gonna read by PC Gamer, but I feel like the way that my I can. It's a long article, and I can't really. Oh, let me pause this. Oops. I can't really talk the way that I need to talk. So I think I have an idea for what my next podcast is going to be. It's going to be a much more thoroughly researched episode. It's going to be like a whole ass essay, just like the Girl Gamer one, which controversial. Oh my god, this one's probably also going to be controversial. I don't know. Uh, Everything is always going to be controversial to somebody, right? So I'm going to be doing my next podcast about AI, and I want to talk about all the different facets of it. So I feel like it's interesting, and I like I like what the Girl Gamer episode did to me in that I feel like I'm a lot more informed about a topic now that I've done research on, that I've extensively researched, and I feel like I'm a lot more educated about certain things, and I feel like I really value that. So I'm interested in doing more like well researched stuff. And so when I say I'm going to do a podcast about AI, I'm not saying I'm going to do a podcast where I'm just like AI bad. I want to do one where it's looking at like a breadth of things, if you will. Oh, we didn't do the podcast word of the day. Oh, shit. How do you do that again? Dictionary word of the day. Damn it. I'm messing up my fucking my gimmick. Oh, October 13th. Well, it's October 14th. So, all you late babes, ideate. Ideate. I ideate is the word.
Ideate.
Kind of sounds like a really roundabout way of saying idiot. Ideate. 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 Okay, what does it mean? To ideate is idea or concept of something. Okay. 35. Let's say 34, word of the day. Word of the day. Okay. Jocelyn used the education seminar lunch hour to talk with other teachers and ideate new activities to use in the classroom. So it's like you're coming up with ideas, I guess. Alright, did you know this is gonna be a long one? Like idea and ideal. Ideate comes from the Greek verb idean, which means to see. The sight-thought connection came courtesy of Plato, the Greek philosopher who based his theory of the ideal on the concept of seeing, claiming that a true philosopher can see the essential nature of things and can recognize their ideal form or state. Early uses of idea, ideal, and ideate in English were associated with Platonic philosophy. Idea meant an archetype or a standard of perfection. Ideal meant existing as an archetype, and ideate referred to forming Platonic ideas. But though ideate is tied to ancient philosophy, the word itself is a modern concoction, relatively speaking. First appeared in English only about 400 years ago. Oh, very fun. Cool. I like that. Wait, the word of the day on October 7th was laissez majesté? Les majesty?
Lays Majesty. Lays Majesty.
Do you hear that?
Lays Majesty.
Lay's Majesty. Is that the CEO of Lay's? Okay, whatever. I'm not getting into that. Lay's Majesty, everybody. Anyway. Yep, so I know what I'm going to do for next week, so I really hope I'm feeling better. Okay, we'll see how this week goes in terms of the hay fever, and if the hay fever goes for like more than 4 days at a time, I might go see the doctor about it. And next week, I will do the pod on the day where I can actually like function, so that I can what do you call it? Because it's going to be a lot of yapping, as you youths like to say. It's going to be a shit ton of yapping, so I'm going to need to have the stamina. That's hot. Alright. So we've got that built in for next week. Like, I am interested in AI and stuff, guys, but there's a lot of things that people love to gloss over. And there's this... I mean, if you want to do... Okay, homework. If you want to do some reading ahead of time before class next Monday, you can read There's a Future Where You and Your Graphics Card Decide What a Game Looks Like, Not the Developers, on PC Gamer. Wait. Is there anything sensitive on here? Let's see with my Google Doc. Hold on, I'm checking something real quick. Oh, yeah. Okay. There. It'll look like that. It has Elizabeth from Bioshock Infinite. Dude, Bioshock Infinite was so good. As someone who never played any of the Bioshock games. So that's probably why I think it's good. I know a lot of people who were loyal to the series did not like it. Oh, so apparently there was a man with guns arrested outside a Trump rally in California. I thought California had oh wait, I think you can still have guns in California, just not like AR-15s or like, I don't know, armor piercing, tank piercing fucking assault rifles. Why does a regular person need that? I'm being so for real. Alright, so here we go. Live reporting at the moment. A man armed with guns. Oh, well, actually, let's put this in the timestamps. 40 minutes in. Trump rally shooting. I feel like there hasn't been a shooting yet, actually. They were arrested before that happened. So, no misinformation here, I hope. Okay. Men armed with guns and a high capacity magazine arrested. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. Hold on. Ugh, this is gonna be great. Sorry. Yeah, I just threw that. And it landed, okay? Alright. Riverside County Sheriff's Office said Vem Miller, 49, was arrested near a checkpoint to the Coachella rally site. Okay, the incident didn't impact Trump. I love how they always say former President Trump. That's like when people say you're my second favorite streamer. It's like you're my former favorite streamer. Oh my god. I guess I kind of did that, didn't I? Myself. Sorry. It's funny. It's not really like offensive, lol. Ugh. Oh wow. The bedhead is real. Okay, what else do we have? Donald Trump defends his economic plans to raise tariffs to defend American car makers. Wait, what? Raise tariffs. Okay, I don't understand what that means, so I won't speak on it. This is so boring. Okay. President Joe Biden surveys the damage caused by Hurricane Milton, promises 612 million USD in aid, and urges Congress to do more, drawing a quicker response from House Speaker Mike Johnson. Yeah, you know what's interesting about the hurricane stuff? I made a video about it on TikTok, and the video actually got suspended like a week after I posted it, which I think that happens. But it was suspended for misinformation. And so I was kind of like, I saw that and I went, bull fucking shit. That's actual horse shit misinformation. Nothing I said in my TikTok was misinformation, by the way. Everything that I said is backed up by meteorologists, by climate change experts. None of it is misinformation. So the video got reinstated, thankfully. So fuck you. Fuck you, TikTok. I don't know. But I just think it's really interesting because in the video I just said like, and I still stand behind this. It's like the most milk toast opinion to have. I'll tell you that. But I've been seeing so many videos where people were talking about Hurricane Milton and how people were not evacuating when they should be or something, or being like, why are you evacuating? Why are you staying? And don't get me wrong, there were definitely people who were like, I have the means to evacuate and I could if I wanted to, but I've been living here all my life. I've been through like 50 billion hurricanes, and this one ain't no different. Girl, boy, dude, madam, this one is different, and it was. Anyway, and I was just saying, like, I don't understand why we're getting mad at people who are like 20-year-old, I don't know, maybe college students or like elderly people, like people who don't have like means to evacuate, because evacuation is like costly, and not to mention you need like I even mentioned in the video, you need like gas, you need like there's gridlocks, there's all sorts of problems. There's airplanes. Dude, the fucking prices for airplane tickets skyrocketed because of course there's so much demand for it, right? And the natural system is high demand, more money. So it's like high demand, small supply, low high money or something, which is ridiculous during a natural disaster. Because these companies always say stuff like, if we have to cancel, they always have these parts of their terms of service, which is acts of God. They're literally called acts of God, and they're like, if an act of God or terrorism or something happens, we're not liable. We actually don't deserve to refund you. You don't deserve a refund. You're shit out of luck. Anyway, I don't know why I'm just talking about that. And in my video, I'm also going like, let's not be mad at the people who don't have the means to move. Instead, let's focus our attention and our madness on the people who are responsible for why these things happen. I'm not saying the government is responsible for hurricanes, as in they've got like devices that fucking change. Oh my god. The cloud seeding talk is so stupid. It is so stupid. I'm sorry. Cloud seeding is not what people think it is. It's not. It just isn't. But people think cloud seeding is like some like high level NSA motherfucking, oh, we're gonna go spray this cloud with like this like perfectly normal cloud with like super hormones. We're gonna give the cloud testosterone. We're gonna give it bull weed or like horny goat weed, and it's gonna go and spray like it's fucking rainy syrupy semen all over the place. Like that's not what's gonna happen. That's not what's gonna happen. What happens is they go to clouds that are already kind of like holding moisture, holding water. They throw a little bit of salt in there or a little bit of like some sort of salt thing, and then that makes the rain. It doesn't always work, by the way, but it'll make the rain like drop its load everywhere. Usually, I don't know what the success rate is, but it's not every single time. It's not like a surefire thing. Okay, so I just want to get that out of the way. The government is responsible because they should be doing more to curb climate change because it is in their power to do so. It is in their power. They have the capability. The world leaders at the moment have the capability to create laws and sanctions or whatever the fuck to stop what's happening. And I believe we only have 4 more years or like 1 more year or some shit until we go too far. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to make anyone like stressed over it because for me personally, I've kind of just accepted it at this point. And the only thing we can do is try to vote in people who will make a difference, or at least people that are promising to make a difference that we haven't seen yet. So for instance, what I'm suggesting in Australia is that we vote for the Greens because the Liberals won't do anything. In fact, Liberals are what have caused the worst of the worst. The Labor's not doing fucking shit. In fact, Labor is actually allegedly fucking over koala habitats. You know how Australia has those cuddly little koala things that look like your grandpa? But if your grandpa ate leaves and just sat in trees all day, they're going to be extinct in a couple of years because we're still logging their habitats. These are like specially protected lands too. So good on you. Good on you, Labor. I love you for that. And the way I know that is because people who live around those areas are like going there and looking and seeing that there's like been logging happening. Unless it's like illegal logging, but I don't really know what the illegal logging situation's like in Australia, if I'm being honest. So then we have the Greens Party, who really do. The Greens Party from like day one has been all about like climate change and going for a greener system. And look, I think that we're making moves, we're just not making enough moves. And then there's all this greenwashing where it's like, oh, this is made from like 100% recycled plastics, but then we're hearing that recycled plastics aren't actually that much better. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's that. And I just don't see why my video was taken down for misinformation. I wonder if like the AI, maybe TikTok uses like an AI thing and it thought I was talking about cloud seeding as like something the government's responsible for, and it was like, no, no. But then again, I see a ton of videos that are like super misinformation-y. I see so many of them. And they don't get taken down, as far as I'm aware. God, I see so many people who not nutritionists, but like people who are like holistic nutritionists or some shit who are like, hey, if you have cancer, just eat like a fucking blueberry and you're fine. Those people piss me the fuck off. Holistic health people, I am so ready. I'm so ready to make a video on holistic health fucking douchebags. Because you know what they're doing? They're really just taking advantage of people who are just in a bad way. And they're taking advantage of vulnerable people. And I'm not about that. I don't fucking appreciate that. I think, God. And it's like people who sell like collagen supplements to be like, yeah, did you know that the secret to like nicer skin is if you take collagen? No, bitch. Taking collagen supplements won't fucking help your skin. You fucking stupid. The molecules are too fucking big to be fucking absorbed the way they need to be. But you'd know that if you looked it up. Collagen supplements are a scam. I'm sorry. I wish that it was real. Let me look it up. I'm gonna re-look it up. I'm sure it has other benefits, but if you're doing it for like skin or some shit, you're like, you just need to eat food. Like there are so many foods you can eat that are way better for your skin than collagen supplements. Get real. Collagen supplement scam. I don't know. I'm just gonna look it up because I need to refresh my Okay. I need to refresh my memory. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Choice.com. Wait, what's choice? I feel like I know choice. But like it's even what doctors have said, I believe. But okay, research debunking the myth that collagen supplements don't work. Oh, okay, so something that challenges my point of view. Let's have a look. Okay. Been seeing a lot of misinformation surrounding collagen supplements and skincare. I was about to do a timestamp, but never mind. Some of the misinformation has even come from quite famous dermatologists. Okay, wanted to attempt to debunk a lot of these myths in a Q&A style format using arguments I've seen people use before with embedded references. Okay, cool. Okay, so statement. All this oral collagen supplement stuff is just fatty Instagram nonsense. The use of collagen peptides for modulation of tissue behavior dates back to the 1970s. It's a very big and old field. Okay. No. Mm, okay. I want to say something about that. The person saying that all of this or the statement from like a person being like, this is all just fatty Instagram nonsense. In this current day, it 100% is, or at least, I mean, I see it that way. Of course, there's probably been years and years of research on it, but it's being perhaps repackaged, you know? But okay, never mind. If you drink collagen, doesn't magically avoid digestion and pop up in your skin. Okay, the vast majority of collagen supplements are hydrolysates, which is when the collagen is chewed up into pieces during processing. This results in small peptides, depending on how much you digest them during manufacturing. They're not really whole collagen molecules. No one in the field thinks that whole intact collagen you drink magically replaces collagen in your skin. That's what people think. They're saying this is a straw man argument that's used a lot. That's not true. A lot of people genuinely think that by ingesting a collagen supplement, they're improving their skin because that is what the Instagram baddies are packaging to us. That's what they're trying to sell. That's what their advertisements infer. Okay? Okay. So that doesn't mean they avoid digestion. Proteins are digested into amino acids in the stomach. What? Okay, so apparently they can avoid digestion. Studies on oral collagen supplementation in mice have shown that they can reach the blood intact. Scientists have used radioactive carbon 14 collagen supplements to show a spike in blood radioactivity immediately after ingestion. This radioactivity accumulated in the cartilage, which is a collagen dense area. They also confirmed that the peptides hadn't been digested by taking scrapings of the other side of the gut wall facing the blood, and found that the peptides were large and intact. Okay. But there's no evidence that they can then make it to the skin. Actually, there's a lot of evidence that they make it to the skin. This animal study found a very rapid accumulation. Okay, this animal study, what were the animals? Like, let's have a look at this. Okay, so they have a human study and then they have mouse studies. This is the studies. This is the human study. 4 healthy men and 8 healthy women were recruited in the study. So 12 people in this study. Can you even call that a study, or is that just at that point just a group project? Okay. So we have a small study. And then we have a bunch of mouse studies. There's like 2 mouse studies, and it's just of 1 mouse per study. I'm not gonna lie, I don't find that very engaging. I really don't find, well, not engaging is not the right word. I don't find that very significant to me, if I'm being honest. Okay, admittedly, it's more difficult to prove that they reach the skin in humans because you can't give a human a radioactive supplement. Well, it'd be difficult. But we have evidence of their benefits in human skin coupled with in vivo data to support this notion. Barely. Alright. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of reading I don't want to do. The data aren't perfect or complete. The person who wrote this really... I don't know. It's like... Edit typos. There's still typos. Edit it again. There's more typos. Alright. Then we have someone who commented... This is Reddit, by the way, if you're wondering. So, who knows what's right here. Okay, another scientist here. I specialize in human disease and biochemistry, so my questions are: collagen is found in small amounts naturally in certain foods, so the quality one would have to consume to obtain a similar quantity to supplementation is likely unrealistic. My point below to this: it's probably unnatural to have transient fluxes of collagen in the bloodstream, and as correctly identified, collagen is bioactive and signals cells within the extracellular matrix, to do stuff that can be highly contextual. For example, cleaved collagen may actually trigger an immune response and potentially increase MMP activity to remodel the extracellular matrix bed in response to an acute wound. Oh, okay. Collagen is in fact what scar tissue is made of, and buildup of collagen in unwanted places elicit some of the pathologies attributed to aging, such as stiffening of muscles, joints, arteries, though in other areas collagen is lost, such as the skin. Do transient influxes of collagen end up sticking to, say, lung parenchyma when used long term? Question mark. This would obviously be devastating as it will contribute to restrictive lung type diseases, which might seem ridiculous though the science is solid with regards to no increase with regards to increased calcium supplementation and accumulation in arteries contributing towards atherosclerotic diseases. Damn, we're getting sciencey today. All collagen is different and cleaved in different ways, and the effects could be paradoxical brand to brand. There'll be no way to know for sure which brand is effective. That's true because a lot of supplement brands will do what they call what's it called? Like their own special blend. It's a proprietary recipe, so therefore they can't really list exactly how much of ingredients are in. I don't know what it's like in Australia, but I think that that's kind of what it's like in America, maybe. And yeah, yeah, the supplement industry, guys, is very uh finicky. You don't know who you can trust when it comes to that. Um, just playing devil's advocate here. This is still the original, the science person that was posting. Just playing devil's advocate here in the initial post, as the science is at best poorly understood, particularly long term in humans, and the trend of collagen supplementation is only very recent. Okay, so the original poster is a scientist. Okay. Alright, so regarding triggering immune response, there's a lot of preclinical data on the immunology has actually shown an anti-inflammatory response, not a pro-inflammatory response. Collagen hydrolysate seems to enrich circulating CD25+, FOXP3+, TREGs, as well as polarize M2 like macrophages. Okay. As far as I'm aware, scars possess collagen in a very specific format, which is highly disordered and fibrotic. There's no evidence I know of to suggest that collagen would contribute towards scar formation. Okay. Okay, as for accumulation in the lung parenchyma, I haven't seen any studies addressing this, but the safety profile for the clinical trials was pretty good. I don't think there's any worrying adverse events. And the last point is very interesting. These are supplements and are not very well regulated. You can get very different species of collagen peptides depending on what length of digestion, the pH, etc. So there is no standardization of the collagen powders that you can buy from Amazon, and this is partly why I'm not recommending brands for people. Okay, I think that's men's grooming advice. Oh, that's someone who posted down. Man, the word grooming has just been ruined for us, hasn't it? Yeah, it is interesting. I think that maybe there might be some things to it, but then at the end of the day, I think the where the problem really lies is that there's just no way to know what kind of collagen you're getting, and there's a lot of money to be had in it, which means there's going to be a lot of bad actors or bad companies. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, someone else is saying that they wish dermatologists would be more specific when they say um that something doesn't work versus something's just not that well studied, so we don't have that much conclusive evidence. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, someone's saying they start making bone broth for gut health and stuff, and I don't know. That's what I was thinking, but who knows? Whatever. I'm not an expert, but it seems very up in the air to me. It seems to consumerreports.org. Okay, what do they have here? Hmm. Yeah, we know what collagen's meant to do. Okay, babe. How does the body make it? Does it? I hate how like these articles always go through. I know like you kind of have to do it, but they always go through so much stuff of like. But before we start with like the actual topical question of is collagen effective, we must first ask ourselves, where does collagen come from? Where did collagen originate from? Did it come from Adam or did it come from Eve? Is collagen pro-abortion or not? like they just go through all this shit. I'm sorry if I'm not making any sense. I feel like I'm in like not reality a little bit. Okay, does eating more collagen build your collagen reserves? Okay. Whether you ingest a collagen supplement or a steak, the body recognizes them as protein and breaks them down into amino acids in the digestive system, right? That's what the OP was talking about, is that there's some evidence to see that collagen may not be broken down into an amino acid and might actually go beyond that, maybe? Perez. Who's Perez? There's no guarantee that when you eat collagen, those amino acids will wind up in the skin or ligaments and produce collagen. Hmm. Supplement proponents argue that in order for your body to make more collagen, it needs more of the specific amino acids, namely glycine and proline. The body uses to build the body uses to build a collagen. Okay, how do you get more of those amino acids? By consuming more collagen. Many supplements and collagen enhanced foods used hydrolyzed collagen. Okay. Also called collagen peptides. Right. So there is some evidence that the body can absorb these and use them to rebuild tissue. Donald K. Lehman, Professor Emeritus in the Food Science and Human Nutrition Department at the University of Illinois in Urbana. Collagen also contains unique levels of glycine and amino acid that may stimulate growth hormone, improving collagen synthesis. But even if eating collagen directly does lead to more collagen in the body, you don't need special collagen foods or supplements to get it. Collagen is found in meat, poultry, fish, egg whites, and gelatin, as well as in stock or bone broth. Okay. The latter two are made from simmering animal bones for several hours, which leads to the collagen in the bones being released into the liquid. Okay. Currently, we've got this huge gap between what protein science tells us and what consumers who take collagen have been saying for years, back to ancient times in Asia. There's an amazing amount of subjective evidence saying it's great, but there's not a lot of science to prove it. There have been small studies looking at the effect of supplemental collagen on ligaments and other connective tissues that have shown some promise. Okay. A placebo-controlled study of 20 runners with Achilles tendon injuries found that those who took 2.5 grams of collagen twice daily had greater improvements in Achilles pain at the 3-month mark and were able to return to running sooner than those taking a placebo. This study was financially supported by a manufacturer of collagen supplements, BT Dubs. It's nice to know that, but I know a lot of people get conspiracy brain about these things, but I think that it hmm, it kind of is in a company's interest to fund studies for what it's trying to sell. And because you don't want to be selling something to consumers that could potentially be like harmful and have a lawsuit on your hands. You do run the risk of possibly discovering that what you're selling is not at all helpful to people. So I don't know how you balance that aspect when you look at these things, but for me, I like to think that these people have a vested interest in studying what they're selling. But it does make you wonder what happens when they get bad results. Don't know. They just don't talk about it, maybe. Okay. Um. And another study of just 8 people found that consuming vitamin C enriched collagen supplements, followed by 6 minutes of jump roping, led to increased collagen synthesis in ligaments. Exercise is what helps deliver the amino acids into the ligaments. Huh, okay. As for skin benefits on collagen supplementation, published in the Journal of Drugs and Dermatology, found that doses ranging from 2.5 to 10 grams per day did increase skin elasticity and hydration. Still, the research is preliminary, and even studies that hint at positive results from ingesting collagen can't conclusively prove cause and effect. There is evidence it is absorbed, and that there is an increase in certain amino acids, but no direct evidence that taking a collagen supplement increases its collagen in the skin. Hmm. Okay, so it seems like the jury might be still out on that one, which is interesting to know, and I feel like, even from just reading that, I feel a little bit more like, okay, so it's kind of one of those things where if you want to take it, eh, if you want to take it, take it. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. You know? Alright, I think my phone's telling me I have recorded too much space on my phone, so I have got to go. But I will be back next week. Hopefully, we'll be doing the AI thing and we'll be becoming a lot more well informed about things. We'll be learning. We'll be doing a good job, I suppose. I don't know. Alright, I will be back next week. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope your weekend was good. Look after yourself, sleep well, eat well. Take a collagen supplement if you want to, at your own risk. This is not medical advice, never has been, never will be. Alright, I'm gonna go.